Braw and the Brave with me, Lisa Kennedy, and this week I am absolutely, mind-blown, totally thrilled and honoured to say that this episode is sponsored by the Tron Theatre. Oh my goodness. I have such a love for the Tron. Actually, my first professional show was with the Tron, so I am absolutely delighted that they have sponsored this episode because they're panto. And if you've never been to the Tron panto, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I talk about the Tron panto on the regular, all year round, not even when we're approaching Christmas. The Tron panto is not to be missed. And we're going to get into it, but if you've not already got your tickets for the Tron panto, please, I urge you, your life will be different after you've seen this. It is on from... I'm going to get this wrong. I knew I was going to get this wrong. All the details will be in the show notes. But it's from the 19th of November to the 4th of January. And GALLUS in Weegieland is going to be just a treat. So I'm going to stop waffling. Thank you so much to the Tron. All the details are in the show notes. Please go and follow our socials as well. You know I say this every week. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the modcons, we're all there. And Patreon too. Get subscribing. But I'm just waffling on because I'm so delighted that my guest is here. Louise McCarthy's on the Braw and the Brave. Yay! And she's wearing a Christmas jumper.
Yes, I thought because we're talking about panto, I thought I would dress appropriately.
Because you're in the Tron panto.
Because I'm in the Tron panto. So
if the Tron panto was already awesome.
I don't know about that. I might ruin the reputation.
I do know about that. I've seen you in the Tron panto. Louise, right, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here.
No, you're so welcome.
We have done the Braw and the Brave, but it was online.
Yeah, and it was during COVID and we had to do it remotely.
Yes, because we actually hadn't met in real life. And then I remember when we were allowed to be out and about and we were at the King's.
That's right.
And then I was like,
it's yourself.
I know, we were waving across the
now.
stage. I was like, hey, pal. And then it's mad, this is the thing about this industry in this world, because then it's all pure 7 degrees separating all that.
Yeah.
We're all related to Kevin Bacon or something.
Yeah, probably.
That's what they say. Because you went to youth theatre with my partner Eddie.
Yes.
Which is so he always tells me about your love and obsessiveness about Britney Spears, which I didn't know. And he's
you
like,
know
she had
it?
all the costumes on it. He was like, oh wait, he was in total awe of you. Literally.
When I look back at the pictures, I'm not really in awe. I'm more like, that's awful. But at the time, I was pure obsessed with it.
Love it.
I suppose it's a generational thing.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I do love Britney.
Britney was when it was at, and I remember getting mum going to Tam Shepherd's and get me a snake so I could do the slave for you outfit and all that. Matt, you better go down and get that snake. And it was this fake snake out of Tam Shepherd's. God rest it, because it's shut.
It did, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yes.
Anyway, so yes, I loved Britney. I still love Britney. She's on a bit of a journey, isn't she, now at the minute?
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Of course,
yes.
But yes, obsessed. Don't look like her enemy unless you want the fat mom version.
Waste you.
But I did used to think, I would look like her on a night out.
Literally, it doesn't not surprise me that you went to youth theatre and that you've been being Britney from a young age. You were meant to do what you do. You're an incredible actor and you're so good at lots of different things. But what you're excellent at is being a really, really, really excellent human.
Oh, that's
Anytime
kind.
I meet you, I'm just like, she's brilliant. And you
I
always
paid her
make everybody feel...
£400 before I came on here.
No, I don't. You always make people feel just like you've known them for a million years. And that's in this day and age when you're incredibly busy, you are a mum, you're a working mum, you're working the arts, which is here they are. Totally. But you've always got time for people.
Do you know that means more to me than talented? No, that's so lovely, but that genuinely means more because I think that's something that I've been brought up with, and also I think, see, when I've met people that have made me feel like that, it's just nice to be nice, kindness costs nothing. And
totally. But you come in here today and you just and also you're the kind of person who just lights up the room, and I'm sure you hear that a lot, but you do, just with your energy and your personality, and there's no pretense about you. There's no you're just in about it and pals with everybody. And honestly, and I guess you can become jaded to an extent working in the business of show.
Yes, it's difficult and can be, well, we're in dark times at the minute, it's really hard. So, you can, but I also think, my dad once says to me, he says, if you work and you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I genuinely feel that even though it can be hard work and all that, like today we're in a rehearsal room, like folk are kidding on their rabbits and do you know what I mean? And a
You're
caterpillar.
We're playing at shops here, guys.
Do you know what I mean? Mark, the lovely Mark, is playing a caterpillar and we're singing songs about Alice in Weegieland and we're like, we're at work, what? You're getting paid, and so
we're no down the mines.
We're no down the mines. So I think that's what you go, even though it's tough and it's hard, that when you do get a wee bit of kind of light relief and you get to do what you do, like it isn't work, like it's a joy and it's a privilege, and I think we should always remember that. And it's not to put it on a pedestal and take away from the fact that times are hard and there's not loads of work and more needs to be done and we really need to fight the fight. I'm not
100%.
saying,
No.
I'm not saying that at all, but I also go find joy in the wee moments because they can be few and far between.
The glimmers, it's absolutely.
And I try to, but sometimes I'm ready to absolutely just go, get lost.
That's okay. You're a human. You're allowed to be.
This is a joke. This is a joke. But equally, I'm trying to be positive and on a positive journey.
I love that. Well, you're very much selling that. That's how I feel about you. You're positivity personified. So it doesn't surprise me at all that you've ended up doing this, and it's lovely to hear that your dad certainly was down that route of find something you like, and that you'll enjoy your work.
Yeah.
Because that's not the reality for a lot of people.
No.
So growing up, because you went to Gampta as a kid.
Well, it wasn't called Gampta when I went. It was called Spotlight.
Yes.
And we would do ballet in the back of chairs.
So I have seen footage of you. Because Eddie's got footage of everything that ever happened. Honestly, that kind of thing. Like, see now, obviously nowadays we're documenting everything. Do you know what I mean? But back in the day, not many people had video cameras.
No.
I've seen footage of you in a ballet class.
I think it was when Jane McDonald came in, because Eddie was going on, was it Staff in the Night?
Yes.
And Jane McDonald came in and we were all told, like, I think I'd have been about 12 or something.
Yes.
And we were all like, this famous person's coming and there's a big announcement, and we're in these pink ballet tights and a leotard, and it was Jane McDonald that came in and picked lovely Eddie, and we were like,
oh my God.
Is that amazing? He's gone to that London.
The big smoky.
I know, but yeah, there is a clip. I think I know what you're talking
I've seen it totally. And so at that point, when you were at youth theatre, were you thinking this is what I'm going to do for a job when I grow up?
It was a carry on. Genuinely, I was pals with this lassie called Cassie Egan. And she was in my class at school, and she went, I go to a drama club and there's loads of boys that go. And I was like, all right, okay, because I went to an all-girls school, I went in Amsterdam. So there was, so there was no boys.
Oofed.
So when somebody says they've got a club where there's loads of boys, I was like, at midnight, so I'll be there on Tuesday. So I went down, and I think actually she'd invited me to a panto the week before. And we'd went to see the panto, and it was Aladdin, and Eddie was the dame, and a guy called Michael Martin was playing Aladdin, and I was like, he's beautiful.
Oh, right.
He's now my best friend, gave me 3 kids. So it didn't work out, but I was obsessed, and I went.
Then I thought you were going to see Eddie Dobie there.
No, Eddie Dobie, don't worry, your man is safe. Has always been safe.
I would not blame you. I'd be like, absolutely, of course you did.
No, he was older than me, Eddie, and I know, like, now it feels like nothing, but at the time there was a big gap. He was like the older one.
Yes.
But no, I went to kind of get off with Michael Martin, like,
and here you are.
And here I am.
Thank you, Michael Martin.
Just enjoyed it, and then Michael was one of my best friends, married, gay man, loads of kids, so it didn't work out. But it meant it went the way it was.
Because you're doing the thing that you was meant to do.
I know, and it's mad because honestly, I'd never sang, I'd never done anything in front of people, and then I'd done disco dancing, like freestyle disco.
So Darren Brownlee has sat where you are just only a couple of weeks ago, and we did talk about the viral video.
Oh, did you? Oh, God's sake.
that video
circulates every year.
I mean, if anybody's not seen it, you were in, whose kitchen were you in? Was it his kitchen?
Well, it was actually my sister's flat. I was renting off my sister in Kenmure Street.
Yes.
And we were bored one day, and I think it was about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I went, try to get a bottle of vodka.
He said you were going to like an interview or something on the telly that like later on that afternoon, so he was like, do
you want to get a bottle of vodka?
So then, or he was doing something, so then like you just put it online and didn't realise that it then went viral, which it did.
Folk were like messaging you.
And you're like being like a disco dancing ma and he's the disco dancer.
I would always go in the back and I'd go, damn, you do it. You're the best one, you do it. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to.
As someone who judged said disco dancing competition on Sunday just there.
Right.
And not coming from a disco dancing background. Whoa. I'm like, why is everybody pouting at me? I'm always like, right, girls, just smile. And they're all like, but it's like, it's a whole thing, it's a whole culture, and I love it. I totally am like here for it. But it's alien to me because I didn't even do dance competitions when I was growing up.
I think it's like acrobatics, like on speed volume.
It's so fast.
Oh
so
my
fast.
God. But now it's all
illusion. Oh, aye, yeah, I mean, I can't do a forward roll as a dancer.
It wasn't that when I did it. It was like step, ball, change, hitch, kicks and all that. Step, clap, whack.
Step, clap, whack.
Yeah, but it wasn't as spin. But it wasn't as quite
in the
hair right up with the big diamante thing. And
so you were already in your Britney era before Britney was even a thing.
Well, I remember getting a costume and drawing a picture of a Britney Spears outfit and getting this guy to make it so that I would do my disco dancing with a Britney Spears outfit on it. Oh, pure fancying myself, right?
You are?
No, to go back. But I disco dancing, so I hadn't done anything, and then just they
got the bug for it, I guess. Then just going
because
along.
they done shows and stuff, and I was like, "What? This is a job? Like people do this? What are you talking?" Like, 'cause my mum she'd worked in a care home, like doing like a home help. It was called a home help at the time.
Yeah.
And then she dabbled in kind of estate agent. My dad worked in an oil rigs. Like it wasn't a thing.
It's not a thing. Yeah.
And then just they told us about colleges in London. We're like, you can totally do it, and I was like, all right.
And obviously showing it a very natural like ability and aptitude and skill for that, like a talent.
I don't even know
you can't, as you know, somebody who works in youth theatre, you can absolutely nurture, but there has to be the one, and there needs to be that wee.
There's like a thing. I know what you mean, and it's. I would call it a bug thing. Like you've got it, so you study it, so therefore you're able to replicate.
Absolutely.
But and then that was it, and they'd kind of introduced me to this musical theatre world, and and it just kind of went in the West End. And I remember that happens. The girl who played opposite me. So you had Sophie, who was like the lead character, and then you had Ali and Lisa, who were like the best pals. And I remember standing behind this. It's like they called it the Taverna or the Taverna.
Okay.
And we'd stand behind it, and she was from I want to say Cathcart or that area, and obviously I'm kind of grew up in Kelvindale, Mary Hill area, and we were standing behind it, and they were going.
We're talking about Mamma Mia here for them who's not versed in Mamma. I'm like, come on, where are these been people?
But the music would go, and we were standing back, and I remember it opening night, and I was like, Miriam, we're fake Leska. She was like, what? I went, we're the best friends. I went, you're fake Leska, we shouldn't be here. And totally, even now to this day, I feel completely like an imposter, but that moment, I'll never forget it, because I was like, that doesn't happen for folk that hang about the high-rise flats.
But you're just after telling me before we come on, and I was like, I'm just playing at shops, and you're like, no,
I know.
Louise McCarthy, you are where you are because you are who you are and what you're able to do. And the graft, the element of like, you put the work in, you love what you do, you care about it, and you'll always give like 110%.
Deeply. And that is one thing I will say about myself. Like, I will hit around and go, I don't know, I don't think I'm talented in. But I will say, and I will back myself, like, genuinely, I do work really hard. Like, I will study and I look at things quite a lot, and I just couldn't go in not feeling like good about thing. I wouldn't have.
And it's a horrible feeling when you don't feel like you've had the opportunity to do the groundwork or. Yeah,
totally.
Like, so I hate that feeling when like I'm working on a couple of things at one time and I'm like, I feel like I'm like, it's not a good feeling.
Work.
Yes,
I always think, do the work, know your lines, be on time, and have an idea, come with something to the table.
Well, this is the thing as well, you're not just a vessel for somebody else's creativity, which is very important, but you are also a creative person and you have something to offer.
Totally.
Whether it be in the room, you bring somebody else's work to life, but also creating your own work. I mean, the body of work that you have created, aside from all the other stuff that you've done.
There's not enough work to go about, so you're like, if you can't...
If it's not there, you need to make it.
Yeah, I think, like, in what you're doing as well, like, that thing of going, it doesn't necessarily need to be in what it is, because obviously you're saying the choreography and dance, it doesn't have to be, you don't need to be pigeonholed anymore. Like, years ago, I think you were, and I think, actually, the world's more exciting. And it doesn't have to be in your field. So not
Yes.
everything you create or you do is in the thing that you necessarily attach yourself to. It's just about going, make yourself happy. And if it's in creating stuff and it's in the field that you still enjoy, you'll get back out what you put into it. 100%. Look at you.
You're absolutely spot on. But it's that thing.
It.
It's like fighting against. I don't know if you feel it like that. You know, what's you up to now, or should I be doing that? Like not pigeonholing yourself, like you say. Like you have many interests. You have many skills. Your skills are adaptable as well. They're transferable skills.
Yeah.
So I can write something and produce it and put it on the telly or put it on a stage.
Of course you can. Anybody can.
I can
a good
also,
idea is a good idea.
That's it.
It's actually nothing to do with you. It's
correct.
The idea's good. You execute it, but I also like that thing of going, I know what you're meaning, like, oh, what should I know? Or if you're no working, are you being like judged or looked at? Or, oh, they've went quiet, so nothing's happening. I kind of just ignore the noise because I go, because also sometimes you need to come away from things and go,
so true.
Right, I kind of want to find another part of myself or I want to do something else. And I think we're too fast now. Where everything's, I live my life, but my man says, you live your life like everything's an emergency. Now, as a text message, right, get the kettle on. It's like everything's an emergency. And I had an epiphany a couple of weeks ago and going, I'm not living my life like an emergency anymore. Because it doesn't have to be. And seeing that calmness comes
clarity.
Total, clear, crystal clear clarity.
But it's that fear of missing, it's the FOMO in it, fear of missing out. Because we're all at 100 mile an hour, like you say, and we were talking about this before we started recording as well, like the whole age of social media and everyone's like, no, like that's cool now, get on it now,
totally.
Or else you're like left behind and you're like, wait a minute.
I've kind of got the opposite though. I don't have FOMO, I call it phobia. I've got fear of me being included. I'm like, don't put me in your WhatsApp group. I've got no interest in 25 messages at 10 to 7.
I feel very privileged to hear then, like, that I managed to like track you down.
Don't mean it bad, but you know, sometimes you get so overwhelmed by so many groups.
I'm in so many WhatsApp groups.
But do you want me in a WhatsApp group? I'm like, no.
No, you're all right.
Do you want to come? No. Not because I don't enjoy it, I just go, I'm at my level, I'm full the new.
I appreciate that, honestly. Blythe Stuff was here just the other day there and basically was like, don't tell me about your cats or dogs, I'm not interested.
Oh, she just like that, I know. She said like, that day one of the rehearsals.
Right.
We were all told.
And I'm sitting here going, I have got a cat and I won't talk about him at all. And she was like, I'm not interested and don't tell me you can't come or you can come because of the cat. No, and don't I know? And I was like, I appreciate this level of like, don't include me in your WhatsApp group. I don't want Bennett. Thank you, but no thank you.
I respect her. But
well,
no,
I respect
I'm a bit
you
like
and your,
I'm fear of being included.
I'm not about to add you into a Braw Brave WhatsApp group, don't worry.
Do you want to go on a hen weekend at Ibiza? Nope. Because that involves organising something. If I'm there, I'll just turn up. Like, it's like, I don't know, maybe there's something not right with me.
Well, you're a busy human. You've got lots going on. I mean,
sometimes
this year
I don't
alone,
want the pressure of it. I go, can I just make the decision near the time? I don't want, like, a year in advance feels too much pressure for me.
That's okay. I think, well, I know, because you don't want to plan your life away either. Plus, you're like, you've got like, you're a mum, so you have like, you've got enough going on in the schedule without like going, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I know, true.
Pals.
But I do think sometimes I'm just like, oh, that is a ghost in here. There's a ghost, I'm telling you right now.
Now,
and it's Jonathan Watson.
Jonathan Watson had already been, Jonathan, if you're watching, you'd sadly came off of the said set and I stuck him back on. So I've done a great job of that.
I think it's him going,
I think it was me basically
getting
involved.
About your podcast. He's wanting attention. Jonathan,
I feel as if I have to go and collect him, but I think he's okay where he is.
No. You were on a couple of weeks ago. Stop showing off. I seen him the other day. It was good for him.
Listen, this is the joy of live podcasting.
Okay, that's what it is. You should see my house. I don't think there's a picture on a wall.
Heads are falling off. What's that for Ace and Jenna?
Halloween special.
I know, I'm like feared to pick up this mug in case the handle falls off. So, I mean, this year alone, in terms of talking about busyness and not wanting to plan your year ahead, like, you've been a busy human in 2025.
It's been nice. I did have a wee bit of a gap in the middle, and actually it was really nice because, like, I could do all the school runs, I could pick everybody up, and it lasted about 6 weeks, and I went, I'm demented.
Yeah, did you feel like, right, he's a project,
and I wished for it, and then when it happened, I kind of, be careful what you wish for. No, I loved all that. I loved all the kids stuff, but I started to go, there's only so many cupboards I can clean out, and you need to...
The creative bug was...
Aye.
Yeah.
I need to go to my work.
That's okay. That's nice. It's nice to have those moments of like, right, that's enough of that. Moving on swiftly.
Totally.
So, and in terms of like, we were talking about earlier on about going with your gut and that kind of sixth sense, almost like, have you always been confident about the things that you should go after, the things that are presented on the table? Because I guess as a young actor, there's that hunger and that like, I'll take any job. But Blythe was saying the other day there as well, like trying to encourage people not to just say yes to everything, but that's difficult when you're trying to pay the bills, you know, and admittedly that's what she said. She was like, we don't all have the luxury of going, I'll take that and I won't take that. But have you always known what's kind of right and not right for you?
I think it's been a combination of things. I think partly having a good whack of people round about you. And I feel like I've got a cracking friendship group. Some are performers, some are not, some are behind, some are crew, some are just pals that I've had for school, and obviously my family. And I think having a good support system, because when you can talk openly about it, and at home with Colin, who's obviously my life, and the kids, like having that soundboard, they sometimes know you better than anybody else. So sometimes it's not about the job, it's about the practicalities, or it's that thing of going, you're really knackered. But I mean, I think we're in times where there isn't a choice just now, because like Blythe has said, we're in quite tough times at the minute, so to say no is really difficult. But I also think if you're lucky enough to have a choice, which I don't always feel like that, but equally I've always had jobs that have come my way that there wouldn't be a choice to make. I've never probably found myself having to make a choice, because they've all felt like really great stuff, or it's working with a really great person, or somebody in the cast is somebody you've always wanted to work with. So I've always kind of went, or I've never found myself in a situation where I go, no, that's, you know.
Aye, that's not for me.
No, for me. I think maybe for me at the minute is touring can be hard with kids. I feel that would be too much for them, or like going in a ship or something.
Okay, got you, of course.
I couldn't go in the ship, because you're like, well, see you later, I'm away to the Bahamas for 6 months.
I know, I've always thought, like, 'cause I never did the ships or whatever, and I'm like, I'd quite like a wee guest spot. Yeah. Fly into Mallorca.
Couple of songs up the road.
Dolly, I'm like, could we do the Braw and the Brave on a cruise ship?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
That'd be right, wouldn't it?
My pal runs a cruise ship, he's entertainment's director.
Thoughts become things.
There you go. Thoughts become things.
You're my first guest.
There you go. Thoughts become things.
We're going to a wee cruise around the Med.
No, he does. Fine. He's great. He's really good.
But yeah, I guess
practical things more for me.
Of course,
than
totally.
That. But I don't know. I mean, I think if you're a big movie star like James McAvoy, then you know the decisions maybe mean something.
Yes.
But I don't know. I just feel I've been lucky enough to have things that I go, oh, that's exciting, or. Maybe I'm just CIAing.
I mean, everything that I've seen you involved in or been lucky enough to witness it, like, it's just pure joy and, like, pure excellence. Like, you honestly, I'm so in awe of your talents. Like, you as a comedic actor, first and foremost, like, I think is just, that's hard to be funny on stage. It really is. And, like, that, the Tron Banto, like, you're sore with laughing. Like, you burst into that room and I was like, oh my goodness. Well, yes, I mean, the amazingness that is Johnny McKnight, correct. But it takes an incredibly skilled actor, performer to bring that to life on stage. And we know that from seeing Johnny do his thing.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
unreal.
Goodness Louise. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. Honestly, God, like, I was like, you need to, and that's why like, this year's Panto, I'm like, I'm so chuffed that you're.
It's going to be great, and it is a great cast. But what I'll say about Johnny as well, and Sally, who's directing it this year, and Kenny, who's directed in the past, is that they've, like, I'm talking about a posse or a crowd of people, like, not like an in-crowd thing, but as a thing of creative people who encourage other people to be a version of themselves and just go for it. It's like the rooms, nobody's laughing at you in a room. There's no kind of like, what's are you going to do it like that? There's none of that carry on. It's supportive people who just want everybody to be equally as funny and as great with their song and their dance. And I think that's where you get the best out of people, where it doesn't feel competitive,
scene stealing and try to get the one-upmanship and all that stuff.
They don't create that thing, and I think that's the Tron's magic.
Correct. Thank
they
you for
don't
saying
create that thing, and they also don't have agreed over jokes. So even when Johnny's doing this thing and Johnny writes it, he could absolutely just go, well, I'm writing it, and he doesn't. He's like, no, it's ensemble. Everybody's got a bit, because everybody wants to enjoy every character, and he's the master at it. And I know I sound like I'm totally like Johnny McKnight,
No,
but
you're
I
absolutely right.
am,
Yeah,
and I'm not
100%.
apologising for it.
No,
I think
totally.
he's
He is a genius.
credible, and he does, like, everybody, even the Tron panto, like, everybody's got smashing stuff to do, and they bring a bit that's their bit of magic. Like, obviously it's Gallus, so therefore I'm sure it doesn't take a rocket science to work out how I'm going to play it right. But equally there's people from all different parts of Scotland, and they bring their own flair to it, and it's in their own comedy, and different types of comedy, and wacky comedy, and it's just, it's eclectic.
I mean, I love panto and I love Scottish panto, but I think the Tron's panto is just in its own lane.
Oh, 100%. I don't think any...
There's nothing like it.
No.
There's nothing like it. And
the commercial ones are great, and they maybe can't do as much.
Totally, and
you're
that's
under...
fine. Like, so, you know, and if you're lucky enough to see more than one panto,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? But like, I'm always like, if you're lucky to see a panto, like, go and see the Tron. Like, literally, honestly, like, it'll change your life. I mean, all of it every time I see a Tron panto, but for the Tron itself, actually, and you'll probably attest to this, just like the environment, the working environment, like that was my first profession. So, because I always tell the story, I was working on the wee show, you know, so upstairs I was working on Snow Pals with Mary Kapinski and Julie Brown. And Lisa Keenan, who'd written it and was directing it. And I came through the corridor and, you know, nervous and like, God, this is my first professional show kind of thing. I'd worked on loads of Amdram and youth theatre and stuff, but this was the first big gig kind of thing. And I was met by Dan Brownlee in a full Britney, toxic, you know, the see-through with the diamond.
It would have been Snog Queen. It would have been Snog Queen.
And he was like, all right, doll. I mean, I'd never met him, but he spoke to me like you do, like as if I'd like knew him my whole life. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God, you look amazing. He's like, I know. I was like,
just me cutting about my work.
Totally.
That's
and then I went into like the green room and everybody was just lovely to me, and it was like, you belong here.
You do.
That's the culture, like that the Tron, I absolutely feel like they've always...
And everybody belongs. So even though when I'm saying, you know, like a posse or like, you know, having that group of people...
But you can come into that.
And as soon as you're in, you feel, oh my God, where's it? It's like, I don't know, it's like that lane down the side of the Tron gate that you go, I'll never go down it 'cause it's a bit dodgy look. But maybe beyond that lane, there's another magical world. And that's the Tron.
It's come
away in.
Come away in.
And once you're in, it's like,
and
even if you don't do panto again,
it's not a cliquey thing.
It's not. And I think it can, you know, because obviously panto, there's certain types of performers that panto suits. So sometimes it goes, oh, those ones do panto, and you're like, no, it's not. It's not about that.
No.
It's just, like you say, it's so welcoming and friendly, and I think that's what creates good theatre. You create good environments for people to work in. They will thrive.
Correct.
They will thrive.
That's it. And what are you like in the room rehearsing?
I think I'm too much carry on. Because I don't get the house, because I've been with the kids, so I'm desperate to get in and go, hiya. And sometimes I think they're like, oh, there's Louise, shut up. We're doing singing stuff today, and I'm trying to, I'm honestly like that person that's cute. I'm the oldest person in the room, and I'm like, and Ross is like, can we concentrate? We need to get this done. I'm like, all right, I'm really sorry. I'm not bad, I'm just...
No. Probably a bit of mischief, I love it.
Aye, I like the carry on, I like the jokes.
That's because you've done your homework. You're like, I've done my homework, I'm coming prepared for this.
No, the day I hadn't. I was behind, but anyway.
But it's intense. Like, I mean, rehearsing for any show is intense.
Yeah.
To a degree, do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, and I guess for you, like working with different directors as well, and then directing your own work, different kettle of fish in a lot of ways, but you're seeing it from both perspectives. But when you're going into someone's space and they're directing you, their process is different to the next person's process. So you're like having to be super adaptable and malleable and be like...
But that's a joy.
Aye, you're like, what we doing? How do you do this?
And people direct really differently. Some people like to really like, you know, do like be really precise, and some people like it to do big, broad brushstrokes and let you find it. And actually, I think the key is find joy in both, because a director's never going to absolutely cater to your needs, because obviously there's a way that you would love to see it happen in the process, because you go, that works really well for me. But it's not a team, it's a team effort, and find joy, even if you find it tricky. Like, a lot of people find it tricky if they don't get loads of notes.
Okay.
And I think I used to be one of those people, and now actually I find joy in it and I love it. I go, maybe they really trust me.
Yes.
And
that's why I was
they'll
hired.
tell me if it's not right. And
Correct.
actually that's okay, and we'll change that and we'll thing me. And I think it's finding joy in different ways that folk direct.
Totally. And I guess for you as a creative, you want to have that space to try different things and be creative before somebody gives you. Aye.
It's like getting a takeaway. You go, take a wee bit of that, and a wee bit of that, or a bitsy, you know, and you've got like crackers and cheese and wee bits.
Nice.
That's my favourite, a wee bit of everything. Because I'm greedy.
Listen, take it all. Take it all.
Because I'm greedy. But
in terms of like creating your own work, have you always carved out time for that, or is that just like a kind of like someone who's come and said to you, we would like you to make a thing because you're super talented, could you do that? Or have you just always written and created on the back of, you know, being a job and actor and
combination, really.
Okay.
Combination, some by accident. You just found yourself doing a character and then it would blossom into something and then became something. And then I think the more you did it, more people were kind of going, you write as well as, you know, perform, or you direct. And then, you know, what's really kind and what's really lovely, I think, about the Scottish theatre is people do give you opportunity. Like we were talking outside, you're like, I'm doing this, and the Tron's now reaching out and sponsoring, and then it's all like, we all need each other. It takes a village.
100%.
And it's not about creating a star vehicle for somebody. It's not about that. For me, it's about the end product. If it's no funny, it's no good. Doesn't matter who's in it. If it's no funny or it's no touching or moving, it's no good.
Yes.
And I think, yes, some things have happened organically, and then some things because you've kind of maybe done something that somebody's liked, they've went, do you mind? Like, then I'm doing a wee bit of writing for Queen of the New Year, because last year I'd done it a couple of years, but last year we'd kind of done this character that they'd really liked, and they were like, oh, would you do it again?
Next
so then they're approaching you now and giving you kind of more opportunity, which is lovely.
Amazing.
So a combination of both.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get totally scunnered and think, oh, honestly, I don't have another word in me and I'm done and I don't have it anymore, and what am I doing here, and I might quit and become a police. That happens.
Is that what you would do? Would you
Or
become
a paramedic. I've been through it all. Midwife, paramedic. I love court systems, so I looked up being, it's if somebody's on trial, they have a person that kind of chaperones them. It's like an appropriate adult, but it's not called that. It's called something else. And I looked at that, and a court clerk, and I went, how many years do you need to do? Okay, I couldn't have not got an attention span for 3 years for a day. Oh, honestly, it goes in circles.
I mean, I could see you being
psycho.
I could see you excelling in all of those jobs. I mean, I think you would be an excellent midwife. Can you imagine? You in the delivery suite, that would just be the best thing ever.
But then I couldn't deal with the sad side.
Oh, I know. That's
so
true.
It's like,
yes.
but it's like anything.
The, nice bits.
The grass isn't always greener, and when you're in this job and it's tough and you're thinking about leaving, and then because my sister does medicine, she's an anaesthetist.
Wow,
totally different human beings, but I'll hear great stories, and then there's really sad stories, and you're like, oh, actually, I don't know if I could do that.
No, I know, I'm the same. Like,
so I should maybe just stay my lane, stop my moaning, and just get to my work. If they phone me for any. That's the moral. Get to your work. Get
it done. Stop faffing about.
Stop moaning about it. It's hard, but not everything lasts forever.
Well, yeah, but then I guess that's a good thing as well. Like, if things are changing, change is as good as the rest is, for want of a better phrase. But you said earlier about trusting your gut, I guess you've got to trust the universe as well when things go quiet, or if you have that moment of stillness and you're like, lean into that rather than going, and it's all right saying that because you have got bills to pay and mouths to feed and all that.
Stations.
Of course.
It has been.
But also just being like, right, well, I've been doing it this long and we've no starved. Yeah,
that's kind of, and I always say, the worst comes to the worst. I can, I don't have I don't have a skill set as such. Like, I can't go into
start being a phlebotomist or something.
I know. Just chat folks' door and go like, hi, is this a lawyer's office? I've got a degree in acting, but I'm good at filing.
Totally.
But equally, why couldn't you? Like, you probably, if you're a good worker and you turn up in time,
yes.
There's hopefully, well, I
can only count to 8 being a dancer, but I'm sure I could do something.
We can. I know. We've got hands, and we've got, we were really lucky.
But equally, there's the argument of but we should be doing what we're doing because this industry and the arts and creating stuff for people's enjoyment and people's entertainment and
Yeah.
and for changing lives, by the way, because I'm not
100%.
being funny about it, but it actually does. And it always say the
100%.
thing about, not to talk about COVID and those sad times, but it was the first thing that we were all, films, TV, music, it was all the thing we were leaning towards. So it needs to be valued.
Totally.
And, you know, and it's important. So, yeah.
And in the morning, you put a song on, you can feel a bit rubbish, and you put a song on, and you're like, no, it's all right.
Somebody wrote that.
Yeah.
Somebody produced that. So,
100%.
And like you were saying, it does take a village, and I think a lot of the time the people in the background don't get enough shout out as well.
100%.
You'll know from Panto to now
Yeah.
how many people are working on that.
Oh God, easily 25, maybe more. That's the ones that I can picture.
Of course.
And then there's external people that make things that you never meet, that make things.
You're like, look, that's an amazing thing. Totally.
Things like that.
And for you, like, what I find amazing is that not only have you got this amazing like back catalogue of theatre work, but then TV and film, and that's like a whole other ballgame.
Yeah, I find that quite hard.
Well, I bet. Do you know what I mean? That is, well, you saw me doing that bit to camera. I'm like,
shut up, you're great. Actually, being yourself really hard. I think what you do is really hard. But it seems to be the way of the world now.
Well,
but
I can't
I think
do the acting, so it's just as well.
You can, I'm sure you can. But it's the way of the world. Like, young people are really confident going, here's what I'm having for my dinner. I don't know if I could do that. Like, genuinely, like, hold a camera and then go and kind of be yourself. There's a part of me goes, who if I be today? Like, I want a character.
Yeah,
I want
but
something
equally,
tangible.
like, if you gave me a character to do about that, right, Lisa, that's just you. that's just a heightened version of yourself.
But then I suppose that's what we all do.
But TV, acting, stuff for camera is, because it's so intimate and so much more subtle than theatre, I guess. But then there's the whole thing about, like, you don't have weeks or days or whatever where you're like, what's the motivation of the character? Like, you just like hit your mark, bish bash bosh.
There's a beauty in that though.
Right,
I think there's pros and cons on each side. So I think I've got your mic, because that thing of I'll use Panto as an example. You do the table read in day one, and maybe you've read it a couple of times before you go in, so you don't stumble over words. But you don't obviously learn it before a table read. It's kind of fresh.
Yes.
And when you do that table read, I then spend the rest of the rehearsals getting back to that table read because I was good because I had all the words in front of me.
Yes.
And then they take the words away from me, and suddenly I'm a shadow of anything I ever represented as an actor. I'm a mess. So I then spend 4 weeks trying to get back to a table read. Whereas with a camera, even though it's shorter, you learn quite fast on the cuff, and you have to kind of just do it under that pressure really quickly. And sometimes your best ideas can come out of pressure.
Yes, okay, yep.
So you kind of go, all right, okay, and it really works. Whereas sometimes theatre, you then overanalyse, and by the time you've done it, use Panto as an example, for 61 shows, and somebody didn't laugh one day, or a line didn't go right, you start to then overanalyse it, and you go back and you keep making the same mistake. So there's kind of like a double.
Wow,
there's risks, there's pros and cons to both. Comedy in front of a camera, nobody's allowed to laugh because they'll ruin the take. So then you're standing there going, me and Johnny have talked about it before, you're standing there going, all right,
is this funny?
You can't feed off.
Smile, guys.
Yeah, and if you get a laugh, you can feed off, and then the carry on can become more, and something magical happens because they get a different performance because they really enjoyed it. So the performer starts to get into it. It doesn't really happen on a camera because you don't have that.
Gosh, I never thought of that. Aye.
So sometimes you go, I could have done more there when you watch it back. But you should speak to Johnny Watson about that. Like, if you're talking about comedy, like, I did a play with him years ago called Your Granny, and it was him and Gregor Fisher, and I remember it's like I was young at the time, just doing a Chris Poke, and they were all like veterans, and I remember him, he might not remember it, and he came up to me, and it was a joke, and he said, before you deliver the punchline, just count to 3. And I was like, right, what do you mean count to 3? That takes you out of character, what are you talking about? He was like, just wait, 3 beats, whatever. And this next night I waited the 3 beats, and the joke worked. And I'm like, how's that? And he went, because it's science. And I was like, and he would tell you, he's a genius, if you ask me.
Yeah. That's lovely though that you've remembered that and that wee nugget. And I guess it is all the, like you were saying earlier on, it is the village, and it's the people you collect along the way, and all the wee things that you hear, that you share. And you'll be doing that for other people as well, as much as they're doing it for you. Aye, right then. You absolutely do. But like, that's the thing, and you only get that from doing it and making the mistakes or learning or like in the moment or like that panic or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? You go, oh, do you know what?
And an audience drives so much. You learn, it's like you can go to drama school for however long, and I'd went to drama school and all that. And yet, you know, I have to say, I've learnt far more by working than I ever did. And that's not to diss drama schools or anything like that, but
being in the room and doing it.
You can't replicate live. Even when you make mistakes, how do you solve that? You'll never know how to solve it faster than when you've got 2,000 people looking at you for the next line. You'll solve it. How you solve it, whatever. But you find a way and you get confident in that. And the more you do something, it's like, what's it, spend 10,000 hours? And
yes, you're correct. That's right, a master.
I don't think I've spent 10,000 hours, but equally you go every time, you go, oh, tweak that and it gets better. And like, don't stop working hard because it's never done. There's new ways to improve it and make it better. And honestly, his photos fell maybe for a reason.
But it was like, talk about me.
But Jonathan Watson is, and all the people that were on that, Gregor Fisher and Barbara
Eddie went to see that, actually. He was talking about that before we had this conversation.
It's like being in a room where, honestly, I'm really lucky. And being in a room going, these are masters at their crafts. Shut your mouth and open your ears. And
just
I was just like
absorb
this. How are they doing that? He's waiting 2 beats. I'm going to do that tomorrow.
And like I say, you'll be doing that for other actors that are, you know, like you're working in the Tron, there'll be actors coming into the space. They're all bringing their skills, they're all bringing their ability, they're all bringing their talent. And it doesn't matter where you are in your career either. There's always room for learning.
And learning, because they're doing loads of this as still technique. That was never about when I was at school.
Yep.
So then I'm like, you know, you're never done. They're knowing loads of stuff that you've never done.
Yeah.
So they're like, I said, oh, that note's quite high. Put it up in a high nasal twang. I don't know what that means.
You're like, yes, I will.
But, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what the Tron creates. And that's what it creates, an environment where everybody learns from each other and nobody's above anybody else. We're all on this. It's like favoured nations. Everybody's on the same money, and it creates such an amazing atmosphere.
It really does.
And it's a joy to be a part of.
So we're in week 1 of rehearsals of the Tron Banter.
I'm in week 2. We started. I know, because it's a musical.
Yes.
It's not pop songs.
An original score.
Yeah, so we get an extra kind of week and a bit more than other pantos. Ross Brown.
Who's just another genius.
And I'm not just saying it. We were all sitting today and I went, Ross, I think this is his best music. Like, genuinely, it's not for a podcast. Genuinely, it's his best music. He's talented.
Absolutely.
And Kenny Miller designs it, which you know it's just going to look.
I mean, you just walk in the space and you're like, what?
I know. And the cast are amazing. Get Star, Kat, Georgie, Jess, Aidan, and Mark. And Martin Starr did it last year, so they're back. And then 3 newbies.
Nice.
That's all. Honestly, that's great.
Love that.
Really good.
Brilliant.
And people who are graduates. Again, Johnny's got a thing where he brings graduates through, and
it's important to nurture and support that.
100%.
Of course. And just so no one's confused about. So your character's name is?
Well, I kind of double up. So at the start, I'm Madame Rot, a rotten ballet teacher, and then I become the Queen of Hearts, which is good. So kind of baddie, but I'm trying not to make her too bad. I mean, they talk about chopping people's heads. She chops people's heads off and all, and I'm like, right, okay, I don't know. Maybe this says something about me. I'm like, but there must be something nice.
She's just a tortured soul.
I'm also an inherent people pleaser, so I'm like, can I do? Can we not hate her? I still kind of want. Maybe I've got it wrong, but equally, I think you do have to, because you've got to believe that they've changed, and you can't. Yes. You know, they've got to come back on the baddie side, because obviously, as Panto does, it's not a spoiler. No. You know, it's about taking the bad, and making it good and changing things in their lives, and it's quite political as well. Johnny always kind of does things like that.
Clever. There's always a comment on like Society Today, and you're just like, this has been an education, and we've been entertained, and we've had all the feels, we've laughed, we've cried. Yeah. Like it's all in there. I know that, and I've not seen anything yet. I just know that's what it's going to be.
Format and his remit. Yeah. And
what a joy for you to be part of something like that. Like it's incredible, and you're just going to be. I know you're going to be amazing.
At this stage, I was red raw rotten the day. I didn't know a word. I was walking.
We're trying to steal the panto, Louise.
I'll be good.
She'll not be dead or rotten by the 19th of November. She'll
I'll
be
be
on
brilliant by
the
the 19th of November, and by the 4th of January when it finishes, I'll be shattered.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to come and see the panto, that you've got many opportunities, because we're talking like 2 shows a day.
2 shows a day, but I think it's selling crazy. So if they do
Like,
want to go,
don't if you're not fast, you're last with the Tron panto.
and that's genuine. That's not like a ploy thing. Right, it's literally like, I think there's.
Because I missed out before because I was like, okay, I'll get to it, because I was working on panto, somebody else, another amazing panto, and then I was like,
no. Kind of leave it, and they do an amazing thing. They do a pay it forward thing as well, where they bring, other people who wouldn't get to see a panto otherwise, circumstance, whatever's going on.
And also, I feel like there's still that thing where a lot of people feel like the theatre's not for them, and at the Tron do an amazing job at going. This is absolutely come in.
Well,
this
the
is
theatre wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I was like,
what is this world?
Can you get off of? I'll go. But you know, some people don't know it exists. I know we're so much more lucky and things are more exposing because we'll get social media and all this. But also some people go, oh, well, people from my walk of life can't do that. I can. I
think there's still that. I think that still exists for people. So the more we can do to be like, come away in. It absolutely is for you.
Yeah.
And we're just telling stories.
What we need to do is make it available, because tickets are so expensive, and I get why it is. Like, it's so expensive to put on a show.
It needs to be supported at the top.
But like, government need to support theatre, because it's now becoming only the elite can go.
Yeah.
And yes, there's elements of going ticket prices are too high, but there's also elements of going, well, the cost of living's went up. It will go up. Like, and it's terrible. And how do we solve that?
And also people in the arts need to be paid for their jobs.
Totally. I'm not an economist. I can't. No. But if people could step in and go, well, you can go and see it if you come from a high-rise estate or whatever it is, you can go and see it and have access to it just as much as,
100%.
somebody from a affluent area can.
Yeah, and if we can get lots of people in the room enjoying one thing together, then magic happens.
Of course.
And that changes lives.
Art stops wars. Yeah, no,
100%. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I could do this forever.
We're getting really serious.
I know, I love it. I could do this forever. What, for you, I mean, you've done so much. We've not even scratched the surface. I mean...
Sometimes I think I've done nothing.
Okay.
No, genuinely, I'm not for compliment.
I mean, in the blurb that will come with this podcast, we'll outline just some of the amazing things that you've achieved to date. Like, I remember going to see Orphans, National Theatre Scotland. I mean, I'm no word of a lie, still listen to that album.
It's great. It is good.
I mean,
Roddy and
I loved that show, and I loved you in it. You were incredible.
I couldn't believe I was with Tommy, because Tommy that wrote the music had won the Orange Unsigned Act. Like, when we used to watch it, and I was like, he's amazing. And then he walked in, and I was like,
oh my God,
he is incredible.
Starstruck.
Like, genuinely, because I'd watched him win the whole is it O2 Unsigned or Orange Unsigned?
Okay,
can't remember. Vodafone, it was like TV or something, did it? And he won the competition.
Incredible.
And I was just like, he's doing the music.
Well, I mean, that album and you and that show was just off the scale. I mean, like I'm saying, we'd never be able to scratch the surface in terms of what you've achieved. For you, are there any particular roles or particular pieces of work that you've worked on that feel like quite... I mean, I guess that you've taken something from everything. Mm-hmm. Was there anything that like cemented the kind of actor that you wanted to be, or that just have stayed with you, the role or the job itself, just for a particular reason? Just something that comes to mind today. I mean, your answer might be different than Maura, but I'm just interested.
No, I think it's along the lines of what you're asking, but I think I started, and it's like we're going into a subject of typecasting, but when I first started, I'd never done comedy, and that's obviously now become the thing that you're known for and you do loads, and I really love it and wouldn't change it or anything like that. But when I first started, I did a play called Men Should Weep, which was on the school curriculum and all, it was on at 6. And so I thought I was going to be this really gritty working class actor, which I am, and I believe that, but it's just by nature of life, you end up getting parts that maybe don't go back to that. And I think for me, that particular job changed my life, because I'd done musical theatre for so long, and I was in a straight play. There was no songs. I just had to do the acting. And I'll be honest, it's like I've never had a chance to go back to do it since, probably just because your life's went. And it's not that I'm ungrateful, but equally and probably it's a thing that a lot of comedians say, I'd love to do straight acting. But that was that was my first thing. It wasn't comedy came second.
No.
And so that was the first thing, and I go, actually, that changed my life because I went, oh no, I can actually do this, and that job gave me loads of confidence in all areas that fed the comedy and all that. And without one, you can't do the other and all this. But that job in particular was like it changed my life, because I thought, oh, I'll just do musicals and pantos and that thing and this person, the director, was a guy called Graham McLaren, and he just really believed in me, and he changed my life, and he taught me a way of working that I still use to this day, actioning and how to approach characters, and it has seen me through all walks of different characters and all that thing. But I would love to do that, and that definitely changed my life, that job.
Well, you've put it in the universe, thoughts become things. And the thing is, a lot of people say, a lot of actors say that, and directors, that if you can do comedy, then you can absolutely do everything else.
Well, I'm a big fan of Sarah Lancashire, and everybody knew her as that really heightened character in Coronation Street, and then you go and watch Happy Valley, and you go, don't pigeonhole people, and that's not me doing a self for myself in any way, shape or form, but don't pigeonhole anybody, because there's people that are in this show that I've seen them do other things. They're doing new things in the panto, and I'm like, I didn't know, I want to see this from you.
Yes.
And I'm actually meaning it more for the universe, not for myself. But yeah.
But no, but it's important to say that, do you know what I mean? Like that, because that's your truth.
Yeah,
it's important. That's what I want.
Typecasting's amazing. Like, people make it, and you're delighted.
Great, as long as you're happy. But if you can offer more, and you want to offer more, and you want that plethora of, like, I'm doing a bit of this, I'm doing that, and then I'm moving to that, like, then why would you not? But I guess, like, you've got to say these things as well sometimes. Or
I've got to say it to myself sometimes, because I sometimes go, oh, that was then, and I just do this now, and I think I maybe just recently became aware, going, it's very easy to sometimes not challenge yourself, and you go, well, that wasn't a challenge, that was the thing that was my thing. And comedy was the challenge. And don't get me wrong, comedy still is a challenge and always will be, but
now that would be the challenge you would accept back into your life.
That's a challenge, and I'm like, why is that a challenge? It never used to be. But it's like keeping the muscles stretched on both, and if they don't make it for you, make it for yourself.
Yes.
Do you know?
Well, that's the thing with this podcast. Like, I was feared to say, like, I would quite like this to be part of my job, and not just go, oh, it's just this wee thing that I make.
Stop saying that then when you go out, though.
I know,
like,
and that's the
not
thing.
That you've said it to me,
no,
but
do you know what I mean? But like, I was doing that thing, and it was actually like, it's great. Here I am next. It's like, no, like, you can absolutely do this thing. Like, we can make this. Like,
of course you can.
And I'm like, right, I'm just playing at shops, and you know, but really,
I think that's a female
deep down,
thing.
Though, you're like,
do you ever hear a guy going like that? Oh, I don't know if I could do it. They're like,
I know.
No, I'm doing a podcast, I'm amazing. It's true,
and
I'm not slagging guys. No, but I'm not slagging guys either.
Just listen,
like,
Louise,
it's an admiration thing, and I'm not saying every guy. I'm totally stereotyping, which I shouldn't. But you know, it's sometimes just a way you're brought up. Boys are kind of, you know, are told to be much more
self-assured
about things, and it's a nature thing.
And it also, I think, partly it's a Scottish thing where we're like, oh no,
I'm shy. Of course.
You're like, no, we're actually brilliant. In fact, we're brought and we're brave.
I know, and we're all terrified of being too American. Yeah, I'm amazing, because we find it like
embrace that.
Say it privately then. If you don't want to say it publicly to other people, say it to yourself. Say it to the mirror.
Totally.
And then go and go, oh no, I'm just doing a podcast. Okay, it's just a daft wee thing. No, do it. No, we have to.
We do.
We have to.
The whole time we've been chatting.
Sorry.
Oh, no,
too much.
No, you absolutely don't. This is the whole point of a podcast. I'm so glad that you talked. I'm just aware that I've talked a lot as well, and I'm like, the haters are going to come from me like, let her speak. Stop talking.
Let them.
We're bringing it all in. Like, I started the podcast saying to you, like, what your energy is just pure positivity. Like, you're just like I thank you for bringing that into the room. If you're not being positive about yourself, then you sure as hell should be, because you're incredible, you're amazing.
Okay, and so are you, and what you're doing is amazing.
Thanks, pal. I really appreciate that.
But we do need to be positive to ourselves.
We do. And you came in here with your Christmas jumper on, which I very much appreciated.
I know, because I thought, well, it's panto and festive, and I also thought, I've got to dance today, so what kind is, I was going to say half decent, but it's actually get bobbles. I need one of these things after
Sheen. Been in the room to enjoy that.
I know.
Have we got some Britney moves in there? Do you remember the routines?
There's Kylie stuff. There's a song that's really like kind of Kylie-esque vibe.
Love it.
But no, Ross has just done a great job.
I'm so excited to see it. So, if you were to like at this moment, because obviously we're early days, but you're in the thick of it, I guess, in week 2 already. You're like, oh, we're going for it. If you were to sum up this year's Tron Panto, how would you sum it up so far?
I mean, I've got to use the word gallus. It's in the title.
It's a good Scottish word.
It's pop-tastic. I think all the songs are really kind of pop. There's a bit of steps feel in there. There's a bit of kind of, it feels really poppy this year. So gallus, poppy, funny, festive, and fierce.
Yes!
Because it's a fierce cast.
I'm so excited to see it.
No, it will be. Honestly, it'll be great. It's great.
And mind and look after yourself, because Panto is intense, so make sure you're looking after yourself.
I'm going to get a blow-up bed.
I didn't know what you were going to say there.
Oh, did you not know I get a... Me and Julie used to do it, because Julie's not doing the Panto this year, but me, Julie, Nelson, Nimmo would get a blow-up bed and nice quilts.
What? Oh, for a wee nap before the winks?
Nap. If my man's watching, I don't nap. I'm working really hard.
That lassie deserves a wee
No,
before the
I do.
winks.
I'm kind myself like that. Like,
Good.
I go and I'll make
Correct.
nice dinners.
Nice dinners, a blow-up bed. Love it. All the Panto essentials.
Echinacea, vitamin D. But apparently you can't take vitamin D unless it's got K2 in it, because otherwise your body doesn't absorb it.
See,
Folk have got hunters to say about hunters, haven't they? I'll take what I want.
see all this collagen chat and this vitamin, that vitamin. I mean, literally, if I'm drinking a bottle of water a day, we're lucky, pals.
I can't even get through one.
The self-care is
No, mine's
not
is
self-caring.
terrible. Mine's is terrible.
Well, you get your blow-up bed ordered, your good duvet, and your pillows, and get the dinners ordered to make sure you're fueling yourself, because the Tron Panto is a force to be reckoned with, and you're going to smash it
Not
out
be
the
good.
park. I know you are. Louise McCarthy, I could do this forever.
No, sorry,
Thanks
I talk
for coming
so
in.
much.
Thanks for bringing your paranormal.
Bringing my
to me.
spirits. Bringing my spirits of Jonathan
I was
Watson.
going to be like, who's been in the room with us? I feel like they were okay with us doing this podcast, even though they
In my gut,
momentarily wrecked the set.
in my gut, they think we're amazing and that you should do a podcast and I should go and do loads of straight theatre.
There you go. That's what it is.
That's what the
It's the
spirits
ghost
say.
of theatre. That's what it is.
It's ghost of theatre. Oh, that
Louise
was weird.
McCarthy, you are
Thank you so much.
Braw, and you're brave, and I love you, and I think you're amazing, and I really appreciate you being here, because you've literally had a full-on day of dancing and singing and all
it's
that.
a joy, Lisa.
But-
What you're doing is Braw and it's brave, and we're all behind you. The Tron's behind you, and thank you so much for doing that. Joining up.
Love it.
Appreciate it.
And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon for some festive fun.
He's coming to see it.
Yes,
You
of
bring
course.
Eddie?
Oh, aye, of course.
I'm going to get him when I get into the audience.
Oh,
He is
I'm
getting packed.
living for it. I am living for this.
How's that jumper?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
how
loving
they
how
go
we're,
to
we're literally, we're not even in November yet, and she's got the Christmas jumpers
and
on.
then I'm looking at it going, I need to go on a diet. But
No,
I'll
you don't.
lose loads of weight if I don't walk. I don't care.
Wished. Stop that.
I'm fat and happy. That's how you should go. I love
it.
That's how you should go. I'm fat and I'm...
No, you're gorgeous.
Love you.
On that note, we're done.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting up.
This is classic Louise McCarthy.
Right, see you later.
I'm away up the road.
Right, I'll let you do it now. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And on that note, this has been Louise McCarthy. This has been the Braw and the Brave. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're not already following us on socials, please follow us. A huge thank you to the Tron Theatre for sponsoring this epic episode with Louise McCarthy. Please go and get your tickets for GALLUS in Weegieland now. Do it now. And we'll see you next time on the Braw and the Brave. Wave to that camera there.
Bye. Sorry I walked it.